Newsmakers Live, now in its 10th season, salutes the superwomen of Georgia. The women of Atlanta and all of Georgia are creating positive change in business, politics, and the civic influence of our communities. Join us each Monday evening here at Newsmakers Live as we salute the magic of these women and their contributions to our daily lives. And now, from BQE Restaurant and Lounge in the heart of Atlanta's historic Auburn Avenue district, here is your Newsmakers host, 8-time Emmy Award-winning journalist, Maynard Eaton.
It's season to Superwomen in Politics and in Business, and you have a Superwoman coming up. But we wanted to start out with we think is an important race that's often overlooked and underappreciated. To my right is John Noel, who's making a bid as a Democratic challenger for the Public Service Commission. Why that office? You've been elected before as a state representative, you know politics, but why there? That doesn't seem to be such a high-profile, high-glorified position, but it's got clout and power and influence.
It's got clout and power and influence, and it's needed. We have 5 Republican incumbents. Every single one of them is a climate change denier. I happen to be an ardent environmentalist. And that's the kind of thing that really moves me. But it doesn't hurt to have been in the energy business for 20 years and understand it. And so I know how to save money. It's what I've done as a business. And so this is what the Public Service Commission should be doing, not costing us more money, saving us money.
You're called or have been known to be the solar power candidate. We hear about solar power, but how many of us actually practice it?
Not a lot of people, but that's in fairness. Not a lot of people understand it or can get that opportunity to do it. Some people have trees in their homes. My home is one that I had a bunch of sun that hit the roof, and many years ago I said, I'm going to install solar panels. And a year ago I said, I'm going to install this Tesla Powerwall, the very first one in Georgia. And now I'm kind of my own utility company. Like right now I'm off the grid. You laugh, but I'm off the grid right now. It is cloudy. The sun's about to set. It's my own little way of sticking it to the man. And I think we as Georgians ought to be doing that and thinking about energy independence instead of being hostage to the utility company.
But the utility company seemingly has controlled the Public Service Commission from where I sit as a journalist.
Lock, stock, and barrel.
Georgia Power kind of runs it, right?
Yep. They've locked it up. You've got my opponent. You look at his campaign disclosure. I had a supporter of mine say he looked at this guy's disclosure at all the campaign lobbyists, all the special interest money. He said, this is campaign disclosure porn. I mean, it is just porn. You don't want to read it. It's terrible, and it's because he votes every single time. This costly nuclear plant deal we're dealing with, every single time for the utility companies, whatever they want, they get. And it's true of all 5 members, but there are 2 seats up, and this is one.
Why do I care as a homeowner, as a taxpayer? I mean, it seems like if Georgia Power is calling the shots, will you make a difference? Does it make a difference in my pocketbook?
I'm gonna throw a crazy question at you. Would you believe that Georgia Power has the 8th highest, not lowest, 8th highest electric rates in residential electric rates in the United States of America? It's true. It's amazing. $131 a month average. So yeah, I'd say it matters in your pocketbook. And this nuclear plant that we're spending, they said it'd be 6 years, it'd be $14 billion, and instead it's 12 years and it's $28 billion. We just keep paying and we keep paying and we keep paying. Public Service Commission is supposed to be looking after us, and they're not. They're sold out. So we need an advocate on there who will say, those costs are your costs, not my costs.
Is this a new day for energy activists in Georgia?
Big time.
Is it too soon?
It's not too soon. Let me give you an example. Nuclear power has gone like this cost-wise. Coal's gone like this because it's up and down. Natural gas prices up and down. Solar, for the first time, has gotten cheaper than coal, gotten cheaper than natural gas. Utility-grade solar is so cheap that it's the best way to build power. And nobody's talking about that because the utility company makes more money when they build an expensive plant.
Finally, John, like I'm going to ask our next guest, as a Democrat,
Yep.
activist Democrat,
Yep.
Can you win statewide?
100%.
The votes are there for you?
Absolutely. I have a unique opportunity that my friend Stacey Abrams does not have. She has to deal with all these other issues. I just get to stay in my lane. It's just on energy. And with energy, we have a crooked and a rigged system at the Public Service Commission that's costing us too much money. And so I can go to my Republican friends, our Republican friends out there, and say, listen, do you like this deal that costs you more and shifts the burden to ratepayers instead of to shareholders? Republicans hate that stuff. That's business stuff. They love talking business. And I can make that argument to them. And I know, because I've been doing it at Rotary clubs and Kiwanis clubs around the state, and they're all like, yeah, we're willing to vote for anybody that can bring change.
So you have a message that's selling.
Oh, partner, I got a message that's selling.
And you've been a full-time candidate for the past year.
A full-time candidate for a year. I'm the only candidate, other than the gubernatorial candidates that have gone statewide. Nobody, you'll see Noel for PSC signs all over the state. That's because I'm all over the state. It's not that I send out signs and signs are up there. I was in Valdosta, I was in Albany, got home at 1:30 in the morning yesterday, got home at 1:30 in the morning the night before, because I go into other areas of the state that nobody's paying attention to. Broadband is a big issue. We're in Atlanta, we're all sophisticated, we got broadband. But out in rural Georgia, they're dying for stuff like that. The Public Service Commission can make a difference.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Noel. He's a candidate, Democratic candidate for Public Service Commission.
All right.
His theme is new energy for Georgia. And, brother, you got a lot of energy right here on the stage.
Thank you, Fred.
Thanks.